Chapter 13, Too Shocked. Yan Mo had originally wanted to ask Yuan Diao help so he can find useful things such as herbs, but he decided to suspend the plan after seeing of Yuan Shan attitude after seeing the wood plate he painted. For the next 3 days, Yan Mo was very low-key, only staying in the tent to take care of his wounds, and there was no limelight. He too came to him every day and brings him some food every time. The food brought by he too is more abundant than that given by Cao. In addition to the meat, there are occasional wild fruits and the like, and Yan Mo also eats fruits similar to red dates. Although Yan Mo did not walk out of the tent, it did not mean that he did not do anything in the tent. In order to have a better life in the future, and for the escape route in the future, he tried to outline the topographic map centered on the Salt Mountain people according to the memories left by the body. There are several large and small tribes near the Salt Mountain people. The details of the tribes are not clear in his memories. He only remember a few famous ones. One of them is the G people, and the Snake people and the Sun worshippers. In addition to mining salt, the Salt Mountain land also has a good surrounding environment, and it can basically be self-sufficient. This is probably one of the reasons why the G people attacked them. The original land legends say that the Ji people are the most desolate gung-ho, causing the people to be particularly fearful of them. Both men and women in that tribe can be warriors, and if necessary, they will feed on the weak in the family to keep the strong. The Snake people are said to live in a very good valley. It's not cold in winter, not hot in summer, the valley is rich in production and there is plenty of clean groundwater, and it's better to live there than in the nearby tribes. Other tribes are also very popular with the serpents. The Snake tribe are good at utilizing snakes, they're good at making poisons, and they have the ability to do things in a whole other level. Once they attacked, the entire race will not be spared, causing the average person to be wary of provoking them. And the Sun worshipper people live in the grasslands, they breed good horses, so they can come and go like the wind, they're good at hunting. The entire tribe has no fixed living place, they're moving, chasing all kinds of cattle and flocks running all over the place all the year round. This tribe is also one of the largest customers of the Salt Mountain people. All of the above, together with the youth and the migration of the tribes and his general understanding of Yuan tribes, Yan Mo speculated that these tribes should be living in the middle of the inland. From the point of view of the dry climate and the difference in temperature between morning and evening, this place should be a long distance from the ocean, and there may be high mountain barriers in the middle. He don't know if the place belongs to the temperate continental climate, or should it be regarded as the plateau continental climate. Specifically, he has to go out and see the plants and animals here to know. If it belongs to the plateau, the vegetation distribution will be very poor. If it is a temperate continental climate, then the vegetation will be dominated by grasslands and deserts. Yan Mo does not intend to stay in Yuan tribe long, not only because he will become a slave here, but also from his point of view, the environment here is not suitable for a tribal development. If he wants to live better, he must find another place. This is a good thing in the primitive society. The local area is large and the population is small. It is your own free land. It's just that he is only one person. If he wants to leave, he must be prepared. Otherwise, only the beasts and savage along the way will be able to smash him into nothing. It is best to lie to a few high-powered people to walk with him. Hunting, building a house, finding resources, occupying a land, protecting yourself, whichever one of these requires manpower. One wants to live well in the primitive society, he can't, unless he is a god. To find the right person, he must hurry to walk on his own. For this, Yan Mo is not worried at all. In only 4 days, his bones have been long on the mend. On the 5th day, his wounds healed with only an irregular red mark. He asked Cao if people here who have been slightly injured always healed very quickly. As long as the big injury does not lead to someone dying, the healing period of the broken bone is usually half a month. This half month means that the bone is completely long and one can run and jump at will. But serious injuries like Yan Mo are usually left for amputations, and few of them are worthy saving. Even if they grow up, they will be long lost and take longer. After understanding this, Yan Mo tested his legs and he clearly could walk down the ground, but he is still tied it with wooden slats, so that Cao Ting will carry him back and forth. 1. Asshole. Yan Mo doesn't think that the body that can heal quickly is the welfare that God has given him. He only thinks that this is God's desire not to let him waste his time on healing himself. In short, the purpose is one: let him make a good reformation of this land he is on. Little Mo. The hunting team is back. Your master is coming back. The excitement from Cao Ting rolled outside the tent. Yan Mo responded by taking 3 of the gold needles from the guide's reward list and inserting them into the left-handed animal skin wristband. The reward list is too cumbersome to call out the reward list page, and the finger should be bitten and the desired item must be called before the desired item can be removed. Yan Mo hasn't found any way to verify it a few times, which made someone's heart extremely unscrupulous. It is so troublesome to use the guide. If he is in a hurry to save his own life with a golden needle, how can he still have time to bite the finger and write on the guide? The guide can't be relied on, he can only rely on himself. So Yan Mo made himself a wristband that had line where he could easily insert the gold needles. This animal skin wristband was made by him in these 2 days. Because there is no suitable holes, he did not use the needle. Instead, he used a stone cone to poke through a row of 4 holes and a total of 12 rows of holes on the animal skin. The leather ropes made of animal skins pass through these small holes and finally close at both ends. Yan Mo hopes this wristband will not attract attention. Yan Mo looked left and right. He felt a little uneasy. A slave with a wristband that has such a beautiful and protective effect, he seems to be too eye-catching. After thinking about it, Yan Mo pulled out the 3 golden needles and inserted them into his straw belt. If this wristband shines out, no one pays attention, and it will not be too late to plug the needles back. Cao Ting came in, and the expression on her face was full of joy. When the hunting team came back, it means that Yuan Diao can be given a part of fresh meat and fur. As Yuan Diao slave, Cao Ting can naturally follow. Because there is not so much salt to pickle the dried meat, in the first 2 days of hunting, everyone will have enough food to eat, even slaves, so when the hunting team returns, it is a great event for the entire tribe. The hunting team is going to enter the tribe. Everyone is going to the square today. I will go with you. Your master will be very happy to see you. Yan Mo didn't want to meet his annoying master, but he wanted to know about the village distribution, how many people in the tribe, age and gender distribution, and did not refuse. Cao Ting carried along with Yan Mo and runs to the square. Almost every tent has people running out, and everyone has a smile on their faces. Yan Mo came out after all these days and heard so many voices and saw so many people for the first time. There are always children shouting and running past him, and adults do not care about them. Someone greeted Cao Ting. Some people wondered about why was Yan Mo on her back. But everyone was rushing to the square, but no one waited to ask Cao Ting. The more people gathered in the square, Yan Mo was set by Cao Ting. Yuan Shan and he too were also there. In addition to Yuan, his 2 children also came. Cao Ting put down Yan Mo and let him stand on his one leg. Yan Mo bent over and sat with Yuan Diao and others, where the slaves were crouching and bending for the ceremony. He wasn't about to be unobtrusive. Yuan Diao, including he too, ignored him. Yan Mo noticed that there was a big boy sitting near Yuan Shan. The boy's appearance was a little different from that normal seen on Yuan tribe. The people in Yuan tribe are all tall with a deep facial contour, darker eyeballs, and tan skin. The boy was thin and feminine, his skin was white, his eyes were green, and Yan Mo saw 2 races. That is a Wen Shang, Deren Yuan Shi and Deren Yuan Shan exchanged 4 honeydew melons for him. Cao Ting whispered. It turned out that last time he ate a quarter of a slave price. Yan Mo was silent. Wen Shang doesn't like to talk, his temper is a bit gloomy, but he is very good. You would know when you spend time with him. Yan Mo nodded to the Wen Shang. Wen Shang also nodded to him. There was a sudden commotion in front of the square, and Yan Mo can see that a large team is approaching the horde. Someone ran back in a mad scream, "Great harvest! Great harvest! A lot of prey!" The crowd cheered. Yan Mo glanced through the crowd and frowned slightly. There are more men and fewer women. There are more adults and fewer children. The elderly are even less surprised. Actually, they are old people. Although these people have deep wrinkles on their faces, they still look healthy. He can only speculate from the outside. Perhaps the priest he saw last time is this tribe's oldest person? Such a demographic composition is absolutely unreasonable and unsuitable for development. The chiefs, the priests, and the elders are coming. Cao made Yan Mo sit on the ground, and then she bowed herself. The crowds were separated like Moses' Red Sea, the chiefs were in the front, the priests are in the middle, and the elders at the enclosure finally entering the square. All the slaves were kneeling down. He does know whether it is intentional or unintentional. Yuan Diao, Yuan Shan, and he too happened to block Yan Mo from bowing on the ground, and Cao Ting and the Wen Shang were bowing on the left and right sides of Yan Mo. When several chiefs walked by, Cao Ting and the Wen Shang helped Yan Mo to stand up again. The chiefs and others stood at the front of the square, and everyone stood behind them. No one dared to cross them, including children who were not sensible. The huge team came from the distance approaching in a trotting. Because of the terrain, Yan Mo stood behind but saw the whole picture of the team. Heavens fuck! This is Yan Mo's first impression of this tribe army. He thought that it would be a group of savage in a leather skirt, carrying a pile of dead prey back. But what did he see now? He actually saw an army. And it's still a rigorous discipline. The whole army was composed of young men. All of them are wearing leather skirts and holding wooden spears. They don't wear shoes. They are naked and have large bodies. But anyone who sees them will understand that it's not their weapons but their bodies the most powerful weapon. Sweat made their bronzed and even darkened skin shine like oil pit. The solid bulging muscles condensed like stones, making Yan Mo suspect that even the beast's claws can't break them. Many people have blood and injuries, but no one stops or shows any pain. Those who are really injured can't come back. Those who can return can walk back to the horde on at least 2 legs. The pace of each warrior seems to be the same size. The entire team of about 1,000 people was divided into 4 squares, guarding the prey that was carried by the slaves in the middle. If the slaves dare to slow down, the supervisors will immediately whip to make them moving. Obviously, they have reached the scope of their own tribes, and they have already reached the most central place of residence. However, the warriors who are listed in the square are still not slacking, and the team is not even out of shape. Enemies can appear anywhere, anytime. They not only have to fight with wild beasts, but also fight with all the other tribal warriors who may want to steal their prey along the way. Even if they are at home, there can be no slacking because there are hunters from other tribes. Yan Mo subconsciously grabbed his chest. Shocking! This is simply shocking. He had seen the more powerful army back in his previous life, but he did not think that such a primitive tribe can develop such a murderous war weapons. In fact, it is not terrible for an army to have murderous force and strength. A single warrior is stronger than a team. However, when an army has terrible discipline, then they have already had the qualification of causing fear, not to mention just their individual military value cannot be ignored. Fuck the ancestors, Yan Mo muttered to himself. He was too small to even try to go one-on-one with these primitive people.